Yeah, so anyways, as far as the Oathkeepers, they're ex-law enforcement, military, things of that background that still believe in the Constitution and upholding and defending it from all enemies, foreign and domestic, because of the March 4 rally and the violence and the police not being effective in doing anything.
Right.
They basically came to just be a buffer to make sure that our speakers
Right.
had an opportunity to speak, hopefully without threat of bodily harm or injury, whereas prior to this, there was people from the Antifas
Yeah.
that threatened that people wouldn't be coming out of here with their lives. Fuck biker gangs. It's all about Crips and Bloods out here. So those are the kind of people, and I even have the screenshot on my phone. And what that does is that intimidates normal mom and pops that have a view or perspective from coming out and speaking their mind, and that's an attack on free speech.
Right.
They have the right to say whatever they want,
Right.
but through intimidation and violence,
Right.
that's where your rights end, because they're intruding on the rights of other
Right.
people. We have no problem with them speaking their opinion
Right.
or their beliefs or sharing their beliefs, but this event was organized, and they specifically organized to come down to shut down our free
Right.
speech.
Right.
Fortunately, this time the police put up some type of buffer,
Right.
but I don't know how long you've been here, but there must have been about 20 M80s and fireworks that have gone off
Yeah.
from the other side. We were disarmed from any shields or flagpoles, which is, carrying an American flag or a Trump flag
Right.
is part of free speech, but we are denied that free speech, but yet they're burning flags. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So more people need to stand up to this type of, it's funny, they call themselves Antifas, but their tactics are full-blown fascists. So, I have no problem. I don't like violence, but people need to be on the front lines to allow other voices to be heard and to protect their rights. If we don't, then there's only one voice, and that's not democracy. Even though that we are a constitutional republic, the reason for the Constitution is to protect the minority in the face of a majority.
Right.
So when one voice outnumbers the other voice, it's the Constitution that protects us. And it's the greatest document in most of, definitely American history, but almost the world. I mean, America is a great place to live. And that's why people got to stand up and fight or defend against movements that are anti-American.
What is the reason, right.
Anti-American or un-American.
Gotcha. What is the reason behind the getup?
Well, because
Safety.
they've been throwing batteries, D-sized batteries. You take one of those in the head. I mean, you see the number of people that have already gone to the medics. They pepper spray.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you've been following the news. All the Trump rallies, you got the masked Antifas,
Right.
and they're pepper spraying people. So what's that
Gotcha.
do? That gets people out of the way, allows them to encroach and shut you down. So it's purely for defensive measures. That's it.
Beyond the first M80 landing right at my
Yeah, the
feet,
first one landed right at his feet, right over there.
It wasn't long after that I took a frozen soda can to the back of the leg. So, I mean...
And it bottles, rocks. Can you imagine not wearing a helmet? You take one of those to the head.
Yeah.
I'm 15 feet behind the line, and I'm just holding solid. I'm not trying to antagonize anybody or anything,
This is literally just protective gear.
Absolutely,
That's it.
absolutely.
I have not thrown one offensive punch or anything like that at all today.
Yeah.
The only thing I've done so far is provide some medical aid to some people who were injured.
I was assaulted with a skateboard. Now it's my skateboard.
Oh. Well
We
then.
had one guy who just happened to be walking down the street at the same time we did when we were coming in. He had an American flag on a pole. He got to be at least 60. The cops did not allow him to enter inside this orange fencing because he had the pole. So he just continued to walk outside the fencing around, just with this flag, and that's it. Nothing else. Well, once Antifa got out on the street, he was making his round, and when he came up over here where these trees are, they just mobbed him. You know, just mass assaulted him. He had a laceration on his forehead. You know.
Did you talk to that gentleman up there with the Trump flag?
No.
He's got eggs still on the side of his face. You know, it's unacceptable.
What got you guys involved? Why do you believe in coming out?
Well, seeing all the events that have gone on around the country, and seeing how the quote-unquote opposition has used violent tactics and such, and since we live in NorCal, and we also want to show, you know, there's people that are afraid to speak their position, to say they support Trump or say they support the United States. They're fearful to do so. We're out here to show them there's a lot more of us than you think. You know, this is America. We shouldn't live in fear. Nobody, no matter the race, the religion, you know, that's what makes America great.
So, I guess what was like the personal thing that drove you to say, okay, you know what? My neighbors probably won't go out, but I'm going to go out.
Well, we're descendants of Granville P. Swift, who helped make California.
He was tasked with assaulting the Mexican contingent that was full, that they had their barracks there in Sonoma. So he was tasked to take that. So he took like 15 guys and he captured the barracks in Sonoma, and then went on to Petaluma and captured General Vallejo. It was his party that created the bear flag. So
when you see the California bear flag, that's our heritage. That's our roots. This is my brother.
Gotcha.
So, you know, we don't, and unfortunately, because of our views, we are a minority here in California. And
and in Berkeley.
100% in Berkeley. But this just so happens to be where they chose to do the event. And see, that's the thing is if you don't hold it here again, free speech loses. Because fear and intimidation to keep you from coming back, that's un-American. You know what I mean? I will protect and defend the opposition's right to speak their mind and whatnot. But when it comes to violence and hate speech, that's completely unacceptable.
Got it. So you guys are descendants of a great man, so it's like, you know.
Well, some would argue, that he is not.
The other side. Got it.
You know, the opposition probably doesn't like him too much. But yes, no, I mean, we have great roots here. My other half, that was on my mom's side. My dad's side, it was my great-grandfather that came over from Italy on the boat and came here, worked here for 2 years, and then sent for his wife and daughter to live the American dream. You know, we're afforded the equal opportunity, but equal opportunity doesn't mean or guarantee equal outcome. You know, and we need to empower the individual that, you know, if you don't use it, you lose it. So you got to exercise your rights before they're taken away.
absolutely.
This gentleman is a patriot. He was out there on the front lines. You should talk to this gentleman.
I don't have good sense.
All right, will do.
But I won't take that shit. I'm 72 years old. And I was serving in the Army, and I've been a patriot in the United States all my life. And the veterans that went before me, Vietnam, World War II, that died so we could have this way of life.
Absolutely.
That's what these pieces of dog crap don't realize.
Out there in Tottenham, flipping them off, grabbing their crotch.
Another
guy saying that his daughter is sucking some black guy's dick. I mean, those are the kind of people that are trying to shut us down.
No, but I don't bet that either one of those guys have a job.
Absolutely not.
I used to be a commercial fisherman in Alaska with a king crab. If he's a king crab, I had a Dutch harbor in Bering Sea in 1972.
Yeah.
I will never see the death again.
Yes, sir.
But that's tough work. I worked at it hard. I made good money. And then I got in the car business for 40 years. And I worked hard at that. I was always one of the top 2 salesmen in the dealership. 1, 2, 1, 2, whatever, 3, maybe. because I worked hard, you know, waited on customers, and I listened to what they had to say.
Absolutely.
You know,
Where'd you guys grow up?
it was one.
Sonoma County.
Take care, brother.
Right on, brother. God bless you. Thank you for your
God
service.
bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
And where did you grow up?
What?
And where did you live most of your life?
I was born and raised in Alaska,
Alaska, got it.
and I lived in California.
Been worried our brother's not back yet.
I was in Germany for 2.5 years.
Got it.